Have you ever been mesmerized by a superhero team joining forces for common good? Well, here in the nonprofit realm, such a team exists, and it's called your board of directors. Or at least it should be. If you're struggling with your board or you're looking for strategies to build a strong and supportive board of directors for your nonprofit, I'm going to share strategies for your nonprofit board development that will help your organization fly. So let's get to it. First up is making sure that everyone knows what their role on the nonprofit board is. Whether you have a governing board or an advisory board, the board of directors is the backbone of any nonprofit, overseeing its operations and ensuring that resources are used responsibly. Now, these aren't just fiduciary duties. These guys bring to the table, or they should bring to the table, a blend of passion, commitment, action, and varied talents. Whether it's financial acumen or public relations expertise, each member serves as an individual piece of the organizational puzzle. So how do you develop that nonprofit board dream team? Creating a robust and active nonprofit board isn't just about recruiting anyone. It's about curating and leading superheroes. This team should be comprised of strategy experts, financial wizards, legal professionals, and community-rooted individuals. These diverse backgrounds ensure that your nonprofit smoothly navigates through any challenges. So let's talk about diversity. True diversity goes beyond just ticking boxes related to gender, race, or age. A truly diverse board encapsulates a multitude of experiences, educational backgrounds, professions, cultures, and more. This broad spectrum allows for an array of perspectives, encouraging creative solutions and novel viewpoints. Diversity manifests in richer discussions where different voices bring unique perspectives to the table. A board member from a tech background might approach a problem differently than one from an arts background. So when recruiting, it's essential not just to reach out within your organization's immediate circle, but tap into wider networks. So some tips for recruiting board members: you can form a board recruitment committee. Reach out to alumni associations and other community organizations. Utilize social media and online platforms like LinkedIn. Host open houses. And finally, ask everyone you know for recommendations. Once you find your board, proper training and orientation is imperative to finding their superpowers. Orientation is not just a day of introductions and handshakes. It's the foundation of a board member's tenure. This initial period sets the tone, imparting crucial knowledge about the organization's vision, history, structure, and more. A well-structured orientation might involve signing a pledge for accountability and performance, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Tours of the organization's facilities, interactions with long-standing members and staff, and deep dives into the nonprofit's history, milestones, and workshops on the nonprofit financial structures and bylaws. Now, periodic training could involve updates on the nonprofit sector, emerging challenges, technological tools, and best practices in governance. This continuous learning curve ensures that the board members are always accountable and equipped to make informed decisions and drive the organization towards its goals. So now that your board is onboarded, it's time to foster a culture of accountability and performance. This is the area where I see most nonprofits struggle. Your board plays a pivotal role in strategic planning, fundraising, and gauging the organization's impact. They act as a bridge connecting the nonprofit with community, donors, and stakeholders. The success of any organization often rides on the vitality of its board. A board that's not merely present but also engaged can elevate an organization from good to great. So cultivating a culture of engagement and accountability involves fostering an environment where each board member feels a sense of responsibility towards their commitments. That pledge that I mentioned can help clearly identify roles and set expectations for new board members that play a role in success of the organization, which includes fundraising and opening doors. So I've created a download and I'm going to link that in the description. So whether it's the number of fundraising initiatives successfully led or the amount of time dedicated to volunteer activities, every effort should be quantifiable. So some additional tips: host regular review meetings where board members discuss their achievements and challenges. Ensure board members have clear agendas with specific action items and follow-ups. Develop measurable key performance indicators, or KPIs, to monitor board members' contributions and the organization's progress. You can organize annual board retreats or workshops focused on strategic planning, team building, and reinforcing the organization's mission. And conduct regular performance evaluations. Finally, recognize and celebrate board members' successes and milestones to boost their morale and motivation. This is all great, you say, but what about Karen? Now, Karen is that board member who inspired you to search out this video, and I get it. The board is technically your boss, and this misalignment can cause friction, hamper decision-making, and negatively impact the organization's overall performance. Now, before we talk about Karen, just a quick reminder to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm a nonprofit coach, and each week I bring you fundraising and marketing tips, heavy on the digital side. So maybe give a like while you're at it if you're finding some value here so far. Now back to Karen. While board members play a pivotal role in governing the organization, there might be instances when letting go of a board member becomes inevitable. So here's how to navigate such a delicate situation, especially when the board of directors is essentially your boss. You can start with a candid conversation, discuss concerns, offer support, and determine if there's any underlying issues causing the misalignment. Clarify expectations. Ensure that roles, responsibilities, and expectations for board members are clearly defined and communicated. And check your bylaws for term limits. If term limits are in place, they can serve as a natural endpoint to board members' tenure without confrontation. And consider involving a neutral third party to mediate the discussion. As a nonprofit coach, I've had to step in and do board training to help move things along. Remember, the ultimate goal is to ensure that the organization thrives and continues to effectively serve its mission, and sometimes making tough decisions, including parting ways with a board member, might be necessary to achieve that goal. Next, we need to discuss ethical governance, trust, and integrity. And stay with me, because the heart of a board member lies in governance, transparency, ethics, and legal compliance. A board's credibility is built on the adherence to ethical standards. Members must be transparent in their dealings, avoid conflicts of interest, and always act in the organization's best interest. This builds trust with stakeholders in the community. Now, some tips is to have a clear code of ethics and conflict of interest policy, or perhaps even whistleblower protection. Finally, mission-centric decision-making. A nonprofit's mission is its North Star. Decisions that deviate from this mission can mislead the organization and reduce its effectiveness. In board meetings, discussions, and strategy sessions, the recurring question should always be, how does this align with our mission? It ensures that actions and initiatives consistently reflect the organization's core values and objectives. The board of directors in a nonprofit is its beating heart. Through strategic recruitment, unwavering dedication, continuous learning, introspection, and laser focus on the mission, it ensures the nonprofit thrives. Remember, the next time superheroes come to mind, the nonprofit world already has its champions, tirelessly working, shaping a brighter tomorrow, one board meeting at a time. And for more insights into the nonprofit universe, subscribe, drop your experiences in the comments, and see you next week.